Yo, what's good, Sosa?
I've got some good news for you, my man.
Had a feeling you might. Let's hear it.
Well, it's actually good news for both of us. Because as of today, I'm the agent of Nike's newest athlete.
And that's me.
Good guess.
Oh, man. I'm repping the swoosh, baby. That's what's up.
Yes, you are. What you've been doing on the field made it easy to get a deal done.
Man, I've been waiting for this day to come.
I know you have, man. Keep an eye out for something from Nike. I'm sure they'll be sending you some love.
I'll be looking out for it. Thanks, Sosa.
Of course.
It's Week 10 of the 2022 season, and we have Stephon Gilmore. Stayed active a week ago with an 8-tackle performance. It's the Colts and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, I'd say it's a study in contrast, young versus, well, let's say experienced.
And you are on point about that because you definitely don't say old now. That won't gain you any points, but you're right. You got one guy who's still...
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran. On 1st and 10, Cobb. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Cobb. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. On the handoff, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 62 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Chandler Jones charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Cobb eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
The give to Taylor. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. The Colts at 3-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to pay.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ashton Doolin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cobb. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. A 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Well, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. 23 yards, the final tally. Operating from the gun, Cobb. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll work this down inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who is shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Cobb. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Cobb. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ashton Doolin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive, and they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On first down, Cobb. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. No gain on the screen there, and 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
They just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Colts on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 73 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Here's Taylor, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. This one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Colts, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.